Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. Now, I have some good news for you guys, and that is Yamato is possibly, there is a chance that he is possibly an R6 Esper for free. There are a lot of assumptions over here. There are many assumptions. Now, first we need to understand how we can obtain him via the emergency request and why I say that we can obtain multiple copies of him. So now, I've talked about this before. So the thing is, even after completing 8 keepsakes and obtaining your first contract, signing your first contract with Yamato, you will then be able to unlock the next round of a contract. So essentially, you can obtain as many Yamato copies as you can, completely based on RNG and just how lucky you can be. But to give you guys a proper idea of how many copies an average player can obtain, that is the point of this video. Let's get right into it. As you can see, I have 5,460 crow marks, and this is really down to the calculation of whatever that we can expect right now. So the thing is, we are currently stuck at floor 60, and it's going to increase very soon. So the thing is, up to floor 60, I would have obtained 2,760 crow marks, and because currently in the Chimera, I am stuck at double S, which means that I will have obtained up to 5,460, which is exactly the same amount of crow marks that I have obtained thus far. Now the thing is, I do not know what is beyond 120 because from 120 onwards, it doesn't seem to follow the same trend anymore. So if you take a look at the rewards that we can obtain by climbing up the rest of the Wither Messenger, from floor 110 onwards, things are a little bit weird. Okay, or should I say from floor 130 onwards, things are a little bit weird. It's no longer increasing at a very predictable rate. It is probably going a little bit more exponential. So I can't really fill in the blanks over here as to how much we can obtain, but we can definitely obtain a lot more. Now, I know a lot of you guys are also going to be saying, I'm currently stuck at like floor 30. How do you expect me to even climb all the way to 150 for this video to even make sense for me? Now, the thing is, if you go to the advanced strategy, this is where you can hyper boost all of your stats. Your stats can go up by a crazy amount. So right now, I'm already at plus 60% HP bonus, plus 60% defense, and plus 75% attack. And on top of that, we can also increase our crit damage, we can also increase our speed. So all of these stats will definitely help you to climb not just the Wither Messenger, but also the Raging Lion, like beating the Raging Lion. So you will eventually be able to clear everything, assuming that you have good enough equipment in the first place. But for the most part, a lot of your stats will come from the advanced strategy. It's not going to come from your own account. Of course, having some of those Espers are going to help a lot. Like having Unas is amazingly helpful. Having Mateo is amazingly helpful. Having Yuntron is also really helpful. But there are more free-to-play options that some players have also found out, which is like using Hall, for example. Hall is a pretty good DPS when used with Mateo in this case. So let's just assume that it is eventually going to be possible for you to clear like maybe at least 120 floors. Okay, I wouldn't push it past up to 150 because that might be a little bit more difficult, might be a little bit more challenging. I'm not so sure just yet, but until floor 60 is currently still doable with absolutely no advanced strategy. So if you do have some advanced strategy investments, getting to floor 60 is definitely doable. Now, in terms of the Chimera, I think it's eventually going to be possible for us to get all of the rewards. So right now, like I said, I'm currently stuck at double S, and I wouldn't be able to get the rest of the rewards just yet. But when we are able to increase, let's say, the effectiveness of some of our advanced strategy, like the lockdown, for example, right? This, or rather lockdown, this will definitely allow us to gain more score along the way. Now, with all of that chucked aside, let's take a look at some numbers as to how many Yamato copies we can obtain. So the thing is, currently with a cap of 120 floors, not past 120, we can get a total of 11,820 crow marks, which is equivalently a total draw count of 118.2. And what a draw is essentially just an emergency request. So we can request 118 times minimally just by completing whatever that we should be able to possibly complete along the way. Now, the long run average draws per keepsake is actually 15.75 draws per keepsake. This is just an average amount going by the rates that exist over here. So getting one keepsake, no, not here, getting one keepsake is actually 4% chance. So on average, 25 rolls should get you a keepsake, but the thing is there is also a hard PT guaranteeing your keepsake as well. So that is actually going to push down your long run average draws to 15.75. It's some math, you don't really worry too much about it, just take it for what it is, which means that the average draws per Yamato copy, that means 8 keepsakes, is actually 15.75 times 8, which is 126 draws. So what you can see right now is we need 126 draws in order to obtain Yamato, but at the same time, on average, but at the same time, we only have 118 draws right now, unless you're able to push past 120 floors. That is the first assumption. The second assumption is that the Scorch Messenger and the Void Messenger do not drop more crow marks. But the thing is, I have a feeling that they might, because we are all within this same sphere right now. So within phase 1, within phase 2, phase 3, we are all within this same space, and Yamato is still in this space as well. So I do think that they may drop more Chromax, I think. If not, I have a strong suspicion that he could be replaced with a different Esper moving forward, but I'm not so sure how true that is, so I'm actually quite excited about what's to come in the future, whether they're going to give us more ways to obtain free Esper copies, right? So let's push that further, and the average draws per R6 is actually just 126 times 7, which is 882 draws from the emergency request, which is 88.2 thousand Chromax. So if you guys are thinking of buying some Chromax pack in the shop, really think hard about it, because Yamato is probably only decent at R6, and that is probably the goal that you want to achieve from buying all of those packs. So if you take a look at one of those example packs in the plaza, let's say the strategic fun pack over here, right? There is a lot of packs. This pack, I think it has not a lot of Chromax. It only has 2,300 Chromax for a cost of like $10 US. 2,300 out of 88,200 requirement. So this is not going to amount to anything at all. And if let's say we take a look at a Chromax pack, the $100 US pack actually gives us 9,000 Chromax, which is about 10% that of the average draw per R6. So if you're going to buy this, it is still going to be super freaking expensive to obtain your Yamato this way. If you're going to extrapolate this, I know there's a limit of two purchases here, but if you're going to extrapolate this to only buy $100 US packs to obtain an R6 Yamato, that Yamato is actually going to cost you about $1,000. $1,000, yes. So before you make all of these purchases, please make sure that you understand how difficult it is to obtain your R6 Yamato. Now with that said, is it possible for you to free to play an R6 Yamato? It's absolutely possible. So the thing is, your luck has to be really good. So whenever you draw from this, you need to expect to get a keepsake with every other draw. So your best case scenario is when you draw a keepsake with every single one of your requests, and then you can get 14.8 copies of Yamato this way. But you only need 7, so you need to just draw every other keepsake. So you only need to draw 1 keepsake in every other draw. But anyway, given our 11,820 Chromax, which of course, like I said, can go up if you're able to climb further than 120 floors, the estimated number of keepsakes that the average player in this game can obtain is 7.5 keepsakes. It's not even 8 keepsakes, which means not everyone in the game, or rather should I say most players in the game, will not get a single copy of Yamato. But wait. Okay, so this is also going by, again, the second strong assumption that in the Scorch Messenger and in the Void Messenger, we do not get more Chromax. This is a very, very strong assumption over here. But I just want to give you guys an idea that the average player may not be able to obtain Yamato right now unless we know more information. And I'm pretty sure that the game developers know this as well, so they will definitely have ways to improve on this, I would say. If not, your only alternative is really to push past 120 floors in the Wither Messenger. But of course, the worst case scenario is actually not super far off from your average player rates, right? So your worst case scenario is if you need to draw 25 times per keepsake, and that's going to amount to 0.6 copies of Yamato after clearing 120 floors in the Wither Messenger. So let's just go ahead and use up all of my requests here, and let's just see how good or how bad our luck is. This is like the first time I'm doing it anyway. Okay, so we didn't get any of his keepsakes. RIP. Moving on. No keepsakes. Wait, was it gold in the first place? Oh, it's gold when we get a keepsake. I see. So, okay, if it's purple, it means we didn't get anything good, right? Oh, okay, we did get something good. Okay, so the thing is, there are still some nice stuff to have. So, buying the Chromax pack is actually good in a way, because even though it's probably going to be very difficult for you to get R6 Yamato, but you still can get some of these legendary Abilimon fragments, which is not bad. And I mean, there's also like gold records and all that. I'm not super sure, like, whether is it worth it, just going by the mathematics, but hey, nice, we got 2 elemental records and another legendary Abilimon fragment, which is always nice to have. We got another keepsake here, fantastic. I am expecting to get about, how many keepsakes? Maybe 3 keepsakes. If I get more than 3, it's gonna be like good RNG for me. Oh, we got a gold record, very nice. Not bad. And nothing over here, and yeah, nothing over here. So we only managed to get 3 keepsakes, which is about average, right? So average luck. No, wait, hold on, we only got 2 keepsakes. Crap, I got below average luck, what the heck? Okay, let's just drop the rest of our keepsakes here. Oh my god, no keepsake. Okay, so right now I'm facing a very big problem because I am below average in terms of my keepsake count. So that means I'm possibly going to be one of those players who will not be able to get our free Yamato copy. Again, it really depends on how they're going to handle Chromax farming, or whether is it possible to get more Chromax via the Scorch Messenger and the Void Messenger, or they're just going to change the mark to something else altogether. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this video. Hope this helped you in some way. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up, it really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derry Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.